Hey, it's Mimi from HeyMimi.com, and in this video I just wanted to show you some different options about mounting an iPhone 6 Plus. It's really pretty humongous. This thing is called an IOTtie. I don't want to take it completely off of here because it sticks on there really well. But let me show you first what I had before. I just had a regular iPhone 4S, and I had it just in an inexpensive case that I got from Target clearance rack. But what I did, my husband did not like this, but I just was about function over form. And I knew I can get this off with some Goo Gone. To me, this was just really handy, just to take this. I made myself a little homemade tripod mount for it, where I had a scratchy end of the Velcro on here. And then I made a tripod mount by just drilling a little hole in there. I'll make a separate video about that. I also had the scratchy end of Velcro near my bedside, like on a box that I kept remote controls in, and then also in a pencil box on my desktop. So I just take this with me wherever I went. It was the soft side of the Velcro, so it wouldn't scratch anything in my purse. So that was just a really good solution. I loved that. However, I was constantly carrying my iPad around with me whenever I'd go out and I wanted to do some comparison shopping, because I have to wear reading glasses, and this is kind of far away. So if I was taking a drive of an hour or more, or knew I was going to use GPS, I would plop my bean pad here with my iPad on it, and it would be a nice big screen, because I would have to pull this off of here and drive and look at this to navigate. So that wasn't very safe or pleasant to do. So I ended up getting this gigantic iPhone 6. It's super slippery, and the day I got it, I was just worried that it was going to slip out of my hands and I was going to break it within a couple of hours. So I ran to Best Buy and I got this kind of bamboo. It might actually be real wood. I don't know, but it looks like real wood, and I think it's really pretty. I like this a lot. But then again, I like the bamboo thing on the back, and I didn't want to put Velcro on that. And it's still kind of far away. I wanted something to hold this up closer to eye level so I wouldn't have to look away from the road. And eventually I got this thing called the iOttie. I think it was about $24 on Amazon. And it just articulates in so many ways. And this little sticky suction cup doesn't only go on a window. It can go on a textured surface like this. The first time you stick it down, it's really super sticky. But after you move it around once or twice, it is a little more forgiving. But let me show you quickly. You got to make sure that it's not going to get in the way of this. But what I do is I set it kind of sticking out towards me and facing me. It has this little button here, so when you put pressure on, when you stick your case in there, it snaps in and grabs it, which I really like. Also, you squeeze this, it lets it go. You don't have to kind of pull at anything to get it out. You squeeze these little buttons to let it go. You push this to make it close in, and then you squeeze these to make it release, which I really like. The placement of this little thing, I understand it, but I wish it was off to the side. If I want to do my lightning cord from my charger, I either bring it up a little bit or put it off to the side a little bit. You know, if I adjust this higher and bring it up if I wanted, it works pretty good as a dash cam. Now, I might do that with my old iPhone 4S, put a dash cam up here. I'm not sure. You know, it's going to look like a whole electronic system in here if I've got dash cams and iPhone 6. Anyway, I'll talk about what I love about the iPhone 6 later on. But I've spent a lot of money on this thing, and I want to use it as much as I can, which I really do everything on this thing. I never bring my iPad with me anymore, and I'm going to cancel the cellular service on my iPad because I don't even use it anymore. Okay, but I better hurry up about this. So I didn't want to put Velcro on the back of this, and I did kind of want to protect my case. So I ended up getting this on Amazon. It's called a Verus wallet case. The case is very slim. The thing I love about this Verus case is it actually makes my giant iPhone 6 Plus feel smaller. It just feels smaller in my hand. I didn't realize it had this little hole for the Apple thing. It looks kind of neat, I guess. It's not that big a deal to me, but when I take it in and out of here, it is a big deal because it gives you another pressure point to pop the iPhone's really pretty big, and I don't want to bend it. So I do like that about it. However, I could not get it. It kind of grabs in here. This little thing, which I thought I really liked. I like it when it's in my purse. and I loved being able to carry just a couple of credit cards and my driver's license in here. I really liked that about this case. However, I can't pop it in and out of there every time I get in the car, and it really wasn't working with this. I didn't want to put Velcro on the back of this beautiful leather case, and I was starting to want it up higher because with this nice big screen and it up higher, I wouldn't even have to use glasses. So in this case, I kind of wish it didn't have this little magnetic strap, because it makes it something more for it to have to grab onto. So I can get it to grab there, but it's not very secure. I loved this design, and for a while, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, I'm going to have to tip. I just slid these wallet cases. I discovered that they may not do very well on the dash, but you can slide them right up here between the headlighter and the visor. So that's pretty cool. It keeps it right there at, you know, as long as you're willing to have your visor down, it keeps it right up in front of your eyes. Okay, so, and that works with any of these. Let me show you. This is the Verus wallet case. Here is the BookBook, which is turning out to be my favorite. It was the most expensive, but it's also turning out to be my favorite of all of them because of the versatility. So you can also do that with this, depending on how much stuff you have. I've got money and 5 credit cards in here, so that's a little thick. But the good thing about this BookBook one is that it does come out, and you can, let me put my phone in there. So let me show you this BookBook thing. It has this case that pops in and out of the wallet case. The lip does come up over the edge of the phone, but it leaves total access to your buttons on the sides here, and it slides right into this case. Here's the beautiful thing. It slides out of the case, and you can just pop it in here. And I just love that I can have my GPS map right here facing me, and I don't even have to put my glasses on to read it or to answer the phone. You know, I'm not going to text while I'm driving, but I do like to be able to see who's calling or change to the next song without really taking my eyes off of the road very much. So I really like this IOTtie thing. It's extremely versatile, and it's really super secure. I just had this dilemma of not wanting to struggle with this thing every time I get in and out of my car. I probably will do it that way if I'm going to take a long drive, but if I'm just running to the store, I discovered that the BookBook fits in this IOTtie case and all, just folded back without even taking it out of the leather outer case. Awesome. I just take it in and out like that. If I was taking a long drive, look at this, it's awesome. If I don't pay attention to how I'm doing it, it seems to hold it quite securely. And actually, the lip of the iPhone is past this little support down here, and you can charge from your lightning cord there. So that is really pretty cool. Let's try the Incipio. So this is the clear winner. However, this was 60 bucks, whereas this was about $24. This was $59 on Amazon. This was about $24, I think, on Amazon. It holds a few less cards, but it does hold 3 cards here, and as long as you don't pack too much stuff in here, it closes pretty good. We'll go more into that when I'm not in the car. And then this Incipio thing, I think it was about $16 at Sam's Club. My son likes it because it's very slim, and it does fit in here. Let's see if I can fold it out like this and get it to hold it. This button is the pressure point here. No, it does not. How bizarre. What if we put that in outer edge first? No. The Incipio does not hold in here. The Verus does not hold in there. These 2 super skinny ones. But for some reason, this thicker BookBook one, which is like twice the thickness of these, I've got it packed with 5 credit cards and some cash in there, and it holds. So this whole setup is about $100, I guess. $60 for the BookBook thing, and this was $24. So what's that? $84 for this whole setup. Read the reviews on Amazon about this IOTtie thing. This one has like it has several rotating points. Oh, and also look at this. It extends. I don't have it even extended all the way. It extends another additional couple of inches if you want it to. So you can tighten that there. Then it has this little rotating It has this little kind of ball joint right here. I'll show you this more at my workbench, but this can rotate in any direction. So depending on how you turn this, you could get a really good dash cam situation going if you wanted. It's just extremely versatile with all of these different articulating points. So here's how this goes. It's got like a little ball joint here, and then it's got this little deal here. Put this on here, and then you can tighten it up. I do love my Tahoe, but I think it was really bizarre. I bought it in 2008. Yeah, it's a 2008, and it didn't have Bluetooth, which I find very strange. Anyway, so let me just show you one more time. Let me push those out, slide that in, and it's extremely secure. So there is the solution I'm happy with. Now I'm happy enough with it to remove my Velcro, which will make my husband happy. I liked my 4S, but now it's just crazy. This looks like a little iPad mini to me, and I'm delighted that I got it. It wasn't cheap, and I was feeling a whole lot of buyer's remorse, but since I've been using it, and now that I found a case that I really love, I'm absolutely thrilled with it. So now this just feels like a little, I don't know, like a watch or something to me. It feels so puny. So I'm 50 years old and I wear reading glasses and stuff, and so I'm just absolutely thrilled with this great big ass phone. Okay, so thanks for watching, and let's go inside and I'll make another video all about this BookBook thing and maybe review some of these other cases for you. So thanks for watching. I'm going to turn this off, and I hope you found this interesting.